Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. So Shomu sir, what are we discussing today?
This is a strange looking problem. I mean, I say strange looking problem, but it actually is easy if you have a basic idea of ratio comparison. But it might look a little strange because you may have a limiting kind of idea happening out here. So first, let us read the problem. So we have two cars traveling the same distance, starting at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. respectively on the same day. So they start on the same day, one at 10 a.m., another at 11 a.m. They reach their common destination at the same point of time. So they start at different times, but reach at the same point of time, covering the same distance, right? That is the more relevant part here. This common destination may not be that much relevant, but they are traveling the same distance. Now it says if the first car traveled for at least 6 hours, then the highest possible value of the percentage by which the speed of the second car could exceed that of the first car. This part might look a little confusing to people. So what does it say? I mean, first of all, if the first car traveled for at least 6 hours, so we don't know the actual time of travel and of the first car. And if I don't know that of the first car, I don't know the second car as well, isn't it? What we do know is the second car starts 1 hour after the first car, but reaches the destination at the same time.
Right.
So we can infer from that. We should be able to infer from this mentally itself, because second car started 1 hour later, but reaches the destination at the same time. So the second car overall should have taken 1 hour less than the first car to cover the same distance.
Right, correct.
So if I have to explain this using some variables and stuff, so the first car 1, if it takes t hours to cover the distance, car 2, starting 1 hour later but reaching at the same time, should have taken t minus 1 hours.
Correct.
So if I have that, now what has been mentioned, so this traveling, I mean, the first car travels for at least 6 hours, meaning that this t is actually greater than or equal to 6, right? So something like this, isn't it?
Right.
And what are we looking for? The highest possible value of the percentage by which the speed of the second car could exceed that of the first car, right? So in order to simplify this problem, let us take few cases. I mean, not even few, just let us understand by taking 2 cases what is happening. So one case, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to assume t is equal to 6. So if I assume t equal to 6, car 1 and car 2 have their times as 6 and 5, right? I mean, if this is 6 hours, this is 5 hours, isn't it? So the times are 6 and 5, or rather the time ratio is 6:5.
Right.
Then the speed ratio should be 5:6 because they're covering the same distance, right? So if it is 5:6, so car 2 relative to car 1, what is the excess speed? It is 1/5, so that is 20%.
Right.
Now, just let me take another case to explain this. I mean, this should be naturally understandable if you are good with ratio comparison, but let me just explain this once. So if I take t is equal to 7, in this case, car 1 and car 2 have their times as 7 hours and 6 hours, right? t minus 1. So rather their time ratio is 7:6. And the speed ratio should be 6:7. Now, in this case, the increase is 1 out of 6. Which is 16.66%. I hope you can notice that it has actually dropped this percentage, right?
Right.
And this is actually logical. So if you think about this, so what is happening? So every time this kind of thing happens, so even if you take the time to be something in decimal, I mean, it doesn't mean that t has to be integer, right? So if I take something like, let's say 6.5, 7.5, this is the ratio. So you get invert ratio. I'm sorry, I started wrong. So if it is something like 6.5 and 5.5, so you have the speed ratio of 5.5:6.5, right? So this difference is always 1 out of this 5.5, right? Now, every time what is happening from 5 to even 5.5 or even 1/5.1, in each of these cases, the denominator will be more than 5, right? And the numerator will be 1.
Right.
So
Correct.
the highest should be at the point at which this happens, 1/5, the lowest denominator possible, right? And the lowest denominator is the case at which you have car 1 covering in 6 hours. So the first case, something like that. So the highest possible value will be 20%.
20%. Right, right.
The basic ratio comparison idea. It is a little different from a normal thing that we would do with definite values. So it's a sort of a limiting question, right? at
Right.
least this much, highest possible. So less than equal to kind of idea in the information as well as in the objective, isn't it?
Right. Pretty interesting question.
Yeah, a little different, but interesting, definitely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such a interesting explanation also for this kind of question. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Arshad. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks everyone for joining in.
If you haven't yet checked the full playlist containing this video, then check the description for the direct link. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with our daily questions, tutorials, and problem-solving sessions, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to never miss an update. In addition to our daily questions, we also offer comprehensive preparation for CAT and other management entrance tests. If you're looking to excel in these exams, we highly recommend checking out these courses in our website. To get a taste of what our courses have to offer, we invite you to take a free demo. The demo will give you a glimpse into the quality and effectiveness of our teaching methods, study materials, and practice resources. You can find the relevant links in the description of this video. Have a nice and successful preparation ahead. See you in the next one.